All right, let's look at the homework 4.7, problem number 9. All right, so it says that retailer has been selling 1,200 tablet computers a week at the price of $350, and then $10 reduction in price will sell additional 80 tablets. All right, so we have this piece of information. So if it's $350, you're going to sell 1,200. If you reduce by $10, you're going to sell 1,280. Right? So using that information and assuming that the P and the X are related linearly, we can find the equation for P. Right? So first, we can just find the slope from here. So M is equal to, right? So it's going to be a P2 minus P1 over X2 minus X1. So P2 would be 340 minus P1 is 350, and X2 is 1280 minus X1 is 1200. So we'll get the this is a negative 10 over 80, which is negative 1 over 8. Right? So we know that we know the slope, and we can use slope-intercept point slope form. So P minus P1, 350, is equal to slope is negative 1 over 8. X minus X1 is 1200. Right? So let's go ahead and so if you distribute negative 1/8 to X, we get negative X over 8. Right? Then we have, if you distribute negative 1 over 8 to 1200, we're going to get positive, right? 1200 over 8. Right? So is this a nice number? Let's see. So divide by 4. So you have a 300. Divide by 4, it's 2. So it's going to be 150. So we have negative X over 8 plus 150. Right? So we have, we can just add 350 to both sides. So P, price, is going to be negative X over 8 plus 150 plus 350 is 500. Right? So let's type it in. Right, so we have negative X over 8 plus 500. Alright, then let's check the answer first. Alright, it came back, and looks like we got the part A correctly. Alright, let's move on to part B. What should be the price set to maximize revenue? Alright, so what will be revenue? So revenue, let's call it all of X, is going to be price times X. So we just have to multiply that by X. So it's going to be negative X squared over 8 and 500 times X. So you have 500X. Right? Let's maximize that. So we take the derivative. R prime of X is equal to, put the 2 in front, 8 cancel out. So it's going to be X over 4. Plus, derivative of 500x is just going to be 500, and set that equal to 0, right? So you can see that x is going to be, x is going to be equal to, let's see, 500 times 4, so it's 2,000, right? So which means that the price is going to be, so we just have to plug in 2,000 into the price function. We're going to get the negative 2,000 over 8 plus 150. Right? What's this? So again, divide by 4, we get the 500, 5542, so it's going to be, so this is going to be negative 250, right? Actually, I messed that up. Sorry, I messed that up. So it's not 150, it's at 500. So you have to add 500 here, and plus 500, which is going to be 250. Right, so let's type it in. So we have 250 would be the price to maximize the revenue. Right, let's check the answer. Alright, I came back and looks like we got part B correctly. Alright, so part C, we want to maximize the profit given that the cost function is given here. Alright, so let's do that. Oops, sorry. Alright, so we have profit is going to be revenue function minus cost function. Right? So revenue function, we already have negative x squared over 8 plus 500x. And then cost function is 35,000 plus 120x. So minus 35,000 minus 120x. Right? So you subtract the cost function. Right? So 120x. Right? So if you clean this up, you're going to get negative x squared over 8. And I just need to combine 500x and then minus 120x. So that's going to be 380. So plus 380 x. And then minus 35,000. Right? So let's take the derivative. P prime of x is equal to, right, so it's going to be a negative x over 4 again, and then plus 380, and then that's that. So if you set that equal to 0, so we have x is going to be equal to, 4 times 380, so it's going to be 0. 4 times 8, it would be 32. And 4 times 3 is 12, is 1520. Right? So if you want to find the price, so we plug in 1520. And then in the price function, we have negative 1520 divided by 8. Plus 500, right? So what's this? Is this a nice number? Right, so maybe divide by 2, so it's going to be a 760, divide by 2, so 4, divide by 2, 380, right, and then divide by 2, so it's going to be 190, right. So it's going to be negative 190 plus 500. So it's going to be a 310. Right? So we're going to put 310. So we have 310. Right? Let's check the answer. Alright, I came back and looks like we got this one correctly. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.